Coffee chat with Chrissy. Hello, hello. Grab your beverage of choice. My beverage is water. Good old H2O. Okay, so if you have like a kombucha, a matcha latte, or whatever you're feeling, go and grab it right now and sit down with me and let's have a little heart to heart. Let's have a little like conversation. And let's imagine we are in the coffee shop vibes, the Starbucks vibes. Okay. And if you're currently at Starbucks and you're watching this, I recommend the banana bread matcha latte for sure, or the Dubai chocolate matcha latte. So, I this is my third time making this video. I'm making it on a different phone because I recorded it twice on my old phone and it deleted. And so we are praying that we make we get through this video and like we are able to post it because there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting my message out there. So, I mean, unless it does the third time, I'm just not doing it again. So, anyway, I wanted to talk to you about identity shifting, right? So the tap Vera method, you know that EFT tapping slash breathwork thing that we do, like in those 3-minute videos? Well, there's a longer version that's like 3 parts, and that's called the tap Vera method. And we do like 2 rounds of breath work, and like it's a whole vibe. And so basically, I've got so much to say. I have so much to say. Like, how are you doing? How's your business? How's your creative works? How are you doing? Let me know. How are you doing? And I just love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how things are going for you. And I want to share how things are going for us and the startup. So, identity shifting again. I think before we dive into like all the changes, we're going to talk about like how I've shifted my identity. So I've shifted my identity multiple times, and one of the ways I've done that is through well, the tap Vera method, but I meant to say one like instance of it is there was a time a few months back, like last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. Or it might have been the year before, I don't know. But I had thought I lost my beauty. I thought I lost my beauty, which is crazy to say because you're probably looking at me now and you're like, wow, like, you're the beautiful woman. Like, how did you think you lost your beauty? Like, what are you talking about? So I really thought like I thought to myself that my younger years are like slipping away from me. I'm older now. My beauty's just not there anymore. And then I had the identity shift, right? I did the identity work. And then I started to take actions as a woman that, takes care of her appearance. And like, you're beautiful in every moment. You're beautiful no matter what you look like. But if we're talking about like the aesthetics of like my appearance looking the way I want it to, I just didn't know that I could still look like I did in the past, but in some ways even better, like the new chapter. And so basically, there were a few strategic things that I did because there's always this strategic practical things that you do. There's always this strategic practical things like my hairstyle, my makeup, the clothes that I wear, how I show up, my energy, my vibes. Like there's always the practical things. My nails. This is something I haven't done in like over 10 years. So there's always, it's just like how I smell, all the things. Like there's always that practical stuff of like, oh, like, so you're saying you just like, all you did is like, you did a new hairstyle and did makeup and like picked outfits that like flatter you and like did your nails and, you're doing all these other things like, and you could say that. You can say that. I'm saying that you can say like, you can go and tell somebody like, just go do XYZ action. And sometimes that does work. Sometimes that does shift your identity, right? But, and I remember this, there was a moment where I actively chose and decided, I was like, I want to be this woman. I want to be the woman that looks a certain way, that looks put together. I want to be this woman that cares about her appearance. I want to be this woman. Like, I want to do that thing. I want to be that. I want to, like, have that habit, but also not have that habit. It's not just because you can do it and then you can do the things and then you can, like, drop off because it's not in your identity. It's just like, oh, I'm going to do this for 30 days and then, it's not who you are. But when you shift and say, like, this is who I am, that's what's different from, like, oh, go do XYZ. Like, you go to a coach and you're like, and they tell you, do this action. And you're like, okay, I'll do this action. You get the result, but you don't maintain the result. It slips away from you because it wasn't an identity shift, right? Does that make sense? And I feel like there was a reason why we had to do 3 of these. This is the 3rd version of this video because this version feels really good. This version feels really, really good. Also, I'm really hungry and that's just on my mind right now. So anyway, so I hope all of that makes sense to you. So the Tap Vera method can help you with shifting your identity. It's one of the easiest and fastest ways to shift your identity. It's such a vibe. And one of the changes that's happening with Tap Vera is that I'm really shifting towards, like, instead of, like, custom work, so custom scripts, I'm really shifting towards, like, digital products, like just pre-made products that are a vibe, and that, like, I'm thinking about, like, a whole product suite. Like, I'm thinking about a whole product suite, like a whole product suite. Like, if I do the custom, that's, like, going to be something that's, like, very, like, what do they call it? Like, very, just, like, not a lot. And, like, it'll be in special cases, like, very limited. But I'm thinking about a whole product suite again. And so one of the things that I have been doing is embodying my whimsical fairy princess diva self. That's my next level identity. And I've shifted my identity so many times again, but just, like, to give you an example. So what does that look like? That looks like I am, like, researching certain outfits that I want to wear and how I want to show up in my brand and in my life, the next chapter, right? Like, you can shift your identity by doing certain things. Like, how people have a haircut after a breakup? Like, it's just, there are certain things that you can do, but you also want to shift your identity. You don't want to just do the actions and do, like, I can tell you, oh, I did this, and that, and you can do the same thing, but, like, your identity hasn't shifted, and then you don't maintain it, and then you're like, what in the world, So what I have to say is, let's see. I'm, like, getting distracted too. I'm like, my nails. I need to repaint my nails. So, where were we? I don't even know where we were. We're running out of time here. This video has to end soon. It's just, so I'm looking at having a product suite. I'm looking at limited custom work services. My social media is not even, like, the primary lead generation source for both of my startups. That's not even what I'm exploring. I'm exploring other avenues. And so that's kind of, like, me embodying my next level of, like, what do I want my business to look like? My marketing strategy is different. I'm not looking at chasing virality. I'm looking at long-term, high-intent traffic, which is through search, right? And it's just, like, it's a whole different ball game. And it's something that people don't talk about, but it's something that, like, with a decade in marketing and sales, like, you don't find a lot of certain information on the internet, or it doesn't go deep enough and, like, all this stuff. But, like, there's just certain things that I know. And we're headed into a new chapter. That's it.